What's going on, Colts Nation? I appreciate you joining me for another video where in this one, we're going to talk about the final injury report for both teams. And as usual, we're going to start with the opposing team with the Rams. Really, for them, looking pretty healthy. Everybody seems like they're going to go. Rob Havenstein, Devontae Adams were the did not practice participants on Wednesday and Thursday, but believe they were both limited on Friday. For some reason, neither the Colts nor the Rams website has their practice availability for Friday, but everything I'm seeing, Sean McVay believes both of them are going to be able to go. Steve Avila, their starting guard, he's going to be good to go after missing the last couple of weeks. Their tight ends, Colby Parkinson and Tyler Higbee. Both those guys, Sean McVay also said, should be good to go and in good shape to be able to play. And then Braden Fisk, Cameron Kinchens, looks like both those guys are going to be good to go. So the Rams coming into this healthy. Whereas for the Colts, it is a bit of a different situation. We already knew about Kenny Moore. He's going to be out for a couple weeks. And then you have Alec Pierce with the concussion. Unfortunately, he is going to miss this game, but fortunately, the Colts have depth at wide receiver. We finally get to see another game of A.D. Mitchell. The only time we really saw him play full game's worth of snaps was last season against the Bills, where I believe it was, 6 catches for 70 yards, I think is what we talked about earlier this week. But A.D. Mitchell, finally going to be able to get in there. He's going to be the number 2 next to Michael Pittman Jr. and Josh Downs, Tyler Warren. So excited to see what he's going to be able to do in this game. Then as you go through the rest of the practice report, DeForest Buckner officially listed as questionable, but should be good to go. Kind of talked about this earlier in the week where DeForest Buckner and the training staff over the years have put together a good system for them to be able to get Buck ready to go on Sundays. So even though he's questionable, he should be good to go. Samson Ebicom was a limited participant on Friday. That was just a bit of rest there on Friday. Mac and Savez is out. He took the boot off on Thursday, but nonetheless, he is out this week. So Dalton Tucker going to be stepping in. Dalton Tucker has 7 starts last season for the Colts before we finally put Mark Lewinsky in. Which always seemed inevitable. Wish we still had Glow to be able to have that backup role. But nonetheless, we are going to see Dalton Tucker and hope Dalton Tucker can come in, fill a need that we need, and be serviceable against what is a really good Rams front. We'll see how that affects us. Mac and Sabas has been incredible for us at guard. So not to say it's not going to be a step back, because it probably is, but hopefully it doesn't affect the game in too much of a negative way. Anthony Gould, with his illness, was limited on Friday. His injury designation was lifted right before I started recording this video. Xavier Howard is going to be good to go. He had a rest day on Wednesday, but practiced the rest of the week. Rigoberto Sanchez, he's good. Dealt his personal matter on Wednesday, but he's good to go. Braden Smith, with the heel injury that popped up on Thursday, but he was a full participant Friday, and he's good to go. And then you have Grover Stewart, who did not practice on Thursday just because of some rest. So another one of those guys that gets rest every week, but he is good to go. So obviously, we have 3 players out: Mac and Savez, Kenny Moore, Alec Pierce. Those guys not going to be playing. Going to need guys to step up. Mike Hilton has been elevated from the practice squad, so he's going to be getting in the game, taking over for Kenny Moore. That, too, I'm not going to say is exactly the same, but again, Kenny Moore and Mike Hilton have been the 2 best slot corners in the league for a period of time now. So Mike Hilton stepping in for Kenny, I feel good about that one. AD stepping in for Alec Pierce, I feel good about that one. And then Dalton Tucker stepping in for Magan Savez. That's one that, I'm not doom and gloom about. It's definitely a step back from where Gonçalves has been one of the best at his position, and one of the best guards in the NFL through the first 3 weeks of the season. So it will be a step back, but nonetheless, I think Shane Steichen's been in his bag. The rest of the offensive line performing really well, including Braden Smith, and a lot of the different metrics, a lot of the different graphs I've seen has been really good. So I think we'll still be able to do what we need to do on the offensive side of the ball. And what I think the Colts should do with we have Jonathan Taylor, who's the best back in football right now, and you have A.D. Mitchell stepping in, who his release package is incredible. The way he's able to get releases, the way he's able to get himself open is incredible. So what I'm hoping we see on the first play in the Rams game, like when we're on offense, what I want to see is for us to get into, ideally, get in a pistol formation, right? Have Jonathan Taylor behind Daniel Jones, have Tyler Warren on the right side of Daniel Jones, and do a play action where Daniel Jones turns to his left, fakes the handoff to Jonathan Taylor, and by the time he turns around, A.D. Mitchell has already cooked Emmanuel Forbes, and he's gone, right? And then hit A.D. Mitchell for a touchdown. That's what I'm thinking. Of course, it depends what the Rams come out and play on defense. They're a team that generally will rush four, and they're going to keep seven back. So will it be that easy? Who knows? But I think, early on with A.D. Mitchell, with the ability that he has, you do a play action on that first play, try to take that deep shot to A.D. That's going to keep the defense honest. That's going to keep them on their heels. And then you have Jonathan Taylor in the offensive line with Big Q leading the way, playing smash mouth football. Should be an incredible game. I expect this to be absolute cinema, just like it was for the Broncos game. And we're going to be live for the game. So make sure you come and stop and by. Would love to see you guys hop into the chat with us, at least for a little while. I can't show the game, but we will be here. I do play-by-play commentary and sit here and talk about the game with everybody in chat. So come stop by. Let me know what you're thinking about injuries, how you feel about the game with the way the injury report shakes out. Let me know down in the comment section. Of course, if you enjoy the content, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you guys subscribe with notifications on so you get notified anytime we drop any content on this channel. Of course, appreciate you stopping by for another video. And as always, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and go Colts.